Hello everyone, welcome to GameVault HQ. Today, I'm taking you on an adventure through the desert storms of Sandland, one of the most intriguing games of this genre. Let's dive right into the heart of the game and find out whether this game is a true masterpiece or just a mirage. Don't forget to click subscribe if you enjoy in-depth reviews and analyses. Let's get started. Set in a vast desert called Sandland, this open-world action-adventure expands the universe of Akira Toriyama's manga. Here, water is a luxury, and survival is a challenge. Our journey takes us through dunes and ruins, where we battle enemies and combat gameplay with various vehicles. Here, a vehicle is not just a means of transport, it is key to survival and combat. With 13 different vehicles, each with unique abilities, Sandland emphasizes strategic mobility and tactical conflicts. Let's take a closer look at the vehicles the game offers. From fast all-terrain vehicles to heavy tanks, each vehicle has its purpose and style of combat. The ability to customize vehicles allows players to experiment with different configurations of weapons and armor, adding a layer of strategic depth. For example, adding specific armor can transform a fast vehicle into a more powerful combat unit, which is crucial for surviving in hostile territories. As for technical aspects, the game is extremely stable. A small number of players have experienced occasional stuttering, but my experience was flawless. This is especially impressive considering the size and openness of the world we explore. Sandland offers different levels of difficulty, but don't expect it to be too challenging. Although damage from enemies changes with the difficulty, the basic mechanics remain accessible and enjoyable for all types of players. The story deeply immerses us in the conflicts and alliances within Sandland. Beelzebub and his friend Thief embark on a quest for a legendary water source, discovering new allies and enemies along the way, deepening the lore that Sandland builds. In-game exploration brings diverse tasks and missions. Each task or mission introduces new characters and stories, further enriching the game world. Players can discover hidden caves, ancient ruins, and secret cities, each with its own challenges and rewards. Let's look at player progress and customization. In addition to vehicles, players can develop and upgrade their characters and equipment. The skill system allows customization of combat styles, while exploration and completion of tasks provide experience and resources needed for upgrades. Sandland also offers multiplayer options, where players can cooperate or compete against each other in various game modes. This adds additional value to replayability and community engagement. The graphics in Sandland vividly depict the harshness and beauty of the desert environment. From the fine details on the vehicles to the wide, open landscapes, each element is carefully designed. The audio accompaniment, including the sound of engines and combat effects, further enhances immersion. Although Sandland offers difficulty settings, the balance between accessibility and challenge is key. The game is designed to provide enough challenges for more experienced players while remaining accessible to newcomers in the genre. Overall, Sandland offers a rich and layered experience that will satisfy fans of action adventures and strategy lovers. The game offers much more than just driving and fighting. It's a story about survival, tactics, and exploration. We'll delve deeper into the aspects of Sandland's world. Beyond the deserts, the game features diverse environments such as oases, hidden caves, and abandoned cities. Each environment provides unique resources and materials crucial for advancement and crafting. Players need to gather resources such as metals, rare minerals, and plants used in alchemy and engineering. The characters in Sandland are carefully designed with complex backgrounds and motivations. The main character, Beelzebub, is not just a demon from the desert. He is a layered character with a deep personal history that unfolds throughout the game. His relationships with other characters, including Thief and other allies, evolve over the course of the story, adding emotional depth to the narrative. In Sandland, combat is not just about strength and weaponry. Tactics and strategy play a crucial role. Players can use the environment to their advantage, setting traps and using elevation. Additionally, the ability to craft and modify equipment allows players to tailor their approach to combat, whether they prefer stealth tactics or direct confrontation. Interactions with NPCs, non-player characters, are not limited to trading and basic dialogue. NPCs in Sandland can give tasks, join the player as allies, or even betray the player depending on previous actions and decisions made by the players. This makes each playthrough unique, as relationships and decisions shape the game. The multiplayer component of Sandland allows players to team up with others in exploration, combat, or trade. This interaction adds a new layer of complexity, as players must balance cooperation and competition. There are also special events and arenas where players can test their skills against others. Lastly, Sandland explores themes such as environmental conservation, the impact of technology on society, and the moral dilemmas associated with power use. These themes are woven through the narrative, encouraging players to think about the consequences of their actions both in-game and in real life. Taking all these elements into account, Sandland offers a deep and rich experience that will satisfy even the most demanding players. Its complexity and diversity ensure that every player will find something for themselves in this expansive world. The story of Sandland begins in the desert where Beelzebub and Thief team up with Sheriff Ralph, determined to find the source of legendary water. The king who controls the water supply sells it at exorbitant prices, making survival nearly impossible for ordinary people. Players will soon realize that their quest for water is not just about survival, but also a fight for justice against the corrupt kingdom. Beelzebub is not your typical demon. Despite his reputation, he cares for his friends and has a moral compass that often leads him into conflict with other demons. His relationship with Thief provides humor and warmth throughout the game, while Sheriff Ralph brings a strong sense of justice and determination. Each of these characters has unique abilities and skills that make them indispensable in combat and during exploration. At the beginning of the game, vehicles are scarce and basic, but as you progress, you will unlock new vehicles and parts that will help you in fighting stronger enemies and exploring more dangerous areas. All-terrain vehicles, tanks, and hovercrafts are just some examples of the types of vehicles you will be able to use. Vehicle customization plays a key role in Sandland. You can upgrade your vehicle with additional armor, better weapons, and a faster engine, each upgrade affecting your vehicle's performance on the battlefield. Players can also change the color and appearance of their vehicles, creating a unique look that will stand out from others. Besides vehicles, players can develop their characters. Beelzebub, Thief, and Sheriff Ralph all have their own skill trees that allow players to tailor their combat style. Beelzebub can unlock powerful demonic abilities. Thief is an expert in stealth and sabotage, while Sheriff Ralph can summon reinforcements or set traps for enemies. The main enemies in Sandland are the Royal Army and its minions. These enemies come in various forms and sizes, from basic soldiers to powerful tanks and combat robots. Players will need to use different tactics and weapons to defeat them, including explosive traps, laser guns, and electric shocks. The game world is divided into several regions, from sprawling deserts to dense forests. Each region has its own unique challenges and enemies, but also resources and rewards that can be discovered by exploring. For example, in forest regions, you can find rare plants for making medicines, while desert ruins hide ancient artifacts that can give you powerful bonuses. In Sandland, every action has a consequence. If you attack royal troops, you can expect retaliation in the form of a manhunt. On the other hand, if you help local residents, they will repay you with information, resources, or even join your fight. This dynamic makes the game world alive and responsive to the player's decisions. Besides the main story, the game offers numerous side quests and activities. You can join racing clubs and compete in races around the world, hunt rare beasts terrorizing the local population, or seek treasure in abandoned mines. Each of these activities offers unique rewards and challenges that enrich the game experience. The technical execution of Sandland is also impressive. The graphics are sharp, animations are smooth, and sound effects add an extra layer of immersion. The sound of engines, explosions, and enemy roars creates an atmosphere that keeps players on the edge of their seats. The music in the game is also excellent, mixing orchestral pieces with electronic sounds that perfectly complement the pace of the game. One of the most interesting aspects of Sandland is its ability to adapt to different styles of play. If you enjoy action games, you can focus on combat and destroying enemies. If you prefer exploration, you can spend hours seeking hidden locations and solving puzzles. And if you are strategically minded, you can develop your city, trade resources, and build a network of allies who will help you in the fight against the king. Although Sandland has many positive sides, the game is not without its flaws. Occasionally, the combat system can become monotonous, especially in longer battles against waves of enemies. Also, some side quests can seem repetitive, such as collecting a certain number of resources or destroying certain enemy bases. Despite these drawbacks, Sandland remains an exceptional experience that will appeal to players of all age groups. Its combination of combat, exploration, customization, and narrative makes it one of the most interesting titles of the year. My final rating for Sandland is 7.5 out of 10. The game combines challenge, strategy, and deep narrative in a very successful way, although there is room for improvement in terms of challenge and content variation. If you have already tried Sandland, I would love to hear your impressions in the comments. That's all for today. Thank you for watching GameVault HQ. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell to not miss our future reviews. See you.